Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Not a video that I do because I think the chart is particularly interesting, but one because I had a lot of requests and it's really been ages that we've covered AVAX. And I continue to be of the view, and all you need to do basically is watch the last video from months ago, and then you will know that my view about the AVAX chart is not a very good one. I've been saying that since we dropped below $50 that this is not in a good state, and then especially when we broke below the orange area here, where I think it was the area where we had the 88.7% fib level. Let me just double check that. Yeah, the 88.7% fib level here at $25. When we broke below that, bad sign. This chart is currently at the same level like Solana, basically around about 50% below the 88.7% fib level. Not a good sign. It's not only that though. It's not only that. I can't really compare the chart to Solana because the Solana chart looks much better. The Solana chart has produced a proper 5-wave impulse to the upside in this larger section in 2021. Here, the only way I can count this bullish is as a 1-2-1-2 setup. But that 1-2-1-2 setup is in danger. Yeah, seriously, because we are not far away from invalidating it. It would be invalidated below 945. And then, well, then you're basically losing all support and you will most likely get very, very low. Yeah. The problem with this chart, and you see it much better on the log chart, you can see all of this just as a massive ABC correction that would be followed by an impulse to the downside. That's not a good sign, right? So any chart that topped in 3 waves, and you can understand it like that very easy as an ABC. The problem, if you look at this chart, the move up looks nearly less impulsive than the move down. That's never a good sign. Because when the move down looks more impulsive than the move to the upside, it gives you the strong impression that actually, we are in some kind of an overall downtrend of this chart. I mean, a long-term downtrend. Terra Luna had a similar chart structure built into the chart. And then you had a fundamental event that hit a chart that had a very similar structure like this one, which can be interpreted quite bearish as well. This is usually never the primary expectation, yeah? Because overall, the primary expectation would usually be that you are going to make new highs, because the alternative is that the coin is going to die. But if you have a chart with such a, you could say, predisposition, and you have a fundamental event that hits such a chart, then you have that, the result of that could really be a disaster. You have a similar situation here where the chart is just bad. The chart just doesn't make a good impression, and it doesn't mean AVAX has to die. Absolutely not. But my view is always, it's time for quality. We need to start focusing in this space on charts and coins which show quality. And I'm not saying that the Avalanche project isn't good. Absolutely, I don't want to. I'm not. I look into fundamentals, of course, do my research, but I'm not so much into the fundamentals as some other analysts would be, as some other YouTubers might be. But still, I think Avalanche is a decent project, right? The thing is, though, this has nothing to do with the chart, right? The fundamentals and the technicals, we need to learn that they are decoupled. They have to be decoupled to a degree at least. Otherwise, you would have all the charts rally all the time, right? Because apparently all the fundamentals are always good in crypto, if you believe some people. But we need to focus on quality. We need to focus on quality charts. And if I have a choice between this chart and an Ethereum chart, which is also retraced like 80%, why would I choose this one, which is at risk of never recovering? Yeah, and I'm not saying it will never recover. Don't get me wrong, because just saying this doesn't look good. And even if I look at it from a bullish point of view, a 1-2 setup here, then we've come down to low. And even even if we would recover from here, yeah, then there would, you would have to move to $103 to the wave B high to have a really good confirmation that a low has been in, which means this is one of the few charts that really has to move like 800% to be able to confirm that the bottom is in. That's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And that just shows that, it's not attractive. Of course, it can rally that much, but other charts as well. But with other charts, you get those confirmations far earlier. So yeah, it's not the most attractive chart. I have to be very honest with you. Of course, money can be made here, but it's for me, it's like the very high risk level, right? And if we now look at the wave count here to the downside, if we say this is an ABC, then we are in the C wave, and the C wave is a 5-wave structure, where we had a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5. And how this exactly unfolds in the very short term is always a matter of interpretation. But one way of calculating a target is that we take the length of the wave 1 and we add it to the high of the wave 4. Okay, and okay, the first target would be the 61.8% extension. We've reached that now. Okay, so I mean, theoretically, this chart has now a chance to move up from here. Well, the second target is 34 cents, so let's not hope we get there. Not sure how realistic that target is, the 1-to-1 ratio, but what is certainly interesting and important is this support level, which will be at, where are we here? Let's make that visible here. It's here, the $9.40 level. This swing low here, $9.40. If we get below, or let's say $9.30, if we get below that level, then you will start the avalanche to the downside, and you could look really at something around $3 to $4. So yeah, it's not the most attractive chart. And the problem here again is this move down has been so impulsive around the 9th of November. We know that, it's been around FTX, but this chart has it's just been suffering. And I know that this sell-off was related to Terra Luna as well, but it still needs to be considered in a technical analysis because it's written into the chart. You can't unmake it. Yeah, you can't wish it away. It is written in the chart. This movement here, this chart pattern, this structure, till today influences market sentiment. So you can't, because someone in previous videos said to me, you need to disregard this sell-off because it was related to Terra Luna. But in technical analysis, the reasons why a move happens don't matter. What matters is what happens and what are the effects of it. Yeah, and the fact is that the sentiment is seriously damaged. Yeah, we are way below the 88.7% fib level. So this is a chart where, of course, it can be traded long, for example. To be honest, to go short here, we're nearly oversold. Wouldn't find that very attractive. But to go long, I just don't really like the look of it. Yeah, and until I see a clear signal, like for example, a proper 5-wave structure to the upside and impulse, until I see that, I am going to be extremely careful. I'm not touching AVAX anyway. I've been saying I'm not a friend of the AVAX chart since we dropped below $50 basically. Yeah. So yeah, that's my update about AVAX. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.